Hello everyone, welcome back to Ian Codes. Today is part 11 of our 2D Roguelike series, and today we're going to start our character selection. We're going to do it in two parts. So this video we're going to start the character selection, next video we're going to finish it. Well, do as much as we can for now, we might change it up in the future. Yeah, let's get into the video. So first thing I want to do here is in our canvas, I'm going to disable the menu screen, just because I don't like it showing there the whole time. And also on my player, I turned down on the main camera, I turned the bloom down to 4. It was 5 last episode. I just thought it was a little bit bright and just wanted to turn it down a little bit. And then we'll need one more script. Well, we'll need some more, but for now, just one script that we'll be working with. And I'm going to call it character manager. Of course, you can call this whatever you want. This is just what will be handling our character selection. It's nothing too complicated. And in our character info scriptable object, we are going to make a small change, and that is we're going to put this in an array instead. So what we're going to do is go to public string, and I'm just going to call these names. And then also apologies if you can hear anything in the background. We just head back into Unity. So on our characters, my arrays are already filled out because I did this a second ago and then deleted it. But what you're just going to do is you're going to click on the array, it'll be 0, like so. I'll just show how to look. So we're on a gun right now. And we're just going to click on the 0 and turn it to 4. And then we're literally just going to copy paste every value in like so. And once you've done that, just head back into your script editor and get rid of that top bit. All we need now is the public string, which is the names. And then in this character manager, we are going to write a lot of code here, and then we're going to go into how it works in a sec. I'm going to write it all out, and then I can explain it step by step. So what we'll need is a public character info, so that's one of these cards, and it's an array. I don't remember what I was saying last. Sorry for the very random and abrupt cuts. Yeah, it's just a lot happening. Let's continue. So character cards, that's what we're going to call them. And this will just, of course, be an array of these cards we have right here, well, scriptable objects. And then we'll need a public character info, so another card, which will just be called selected character. Character, cool. And then we need a private int selected character ID equals 0. We can actually just get rid of this, doesn't really matter. It's just there to show what character we have selected, but it'll be okay. We can just use the ID. And then we'll need a public game object array, and these will be text. Oh, no. Text objects. And another public array. Public array game objects called image objects. Very cool. On start, we'll need something in a minute. And then we'll need two things. Buttons. So next button and last button. So clicking left and right. And I will show you how we will be doing that. So it's going to be the tiniest amount of math here. Very simple. We'll be going if select the character ID +1 equals character cards dot length. So if this is one above our max amount of selected cards in our array. So let's say the array is just 4 cards. In our case, it's going to be 3, so 3 characters. If the number reaches 4, it should reset. And how we'll do that is select the character ID will equal 0. Very simply. Else, select the character ID plus equals 1. Very cool. That should be equals, sorry. And then we just go, we'll put something there in a second. So yeah, as you can see, very simply, if our ID is bigger than our array length, then set the ID back to 0. So if you're clicking right, and you read the max amount of players, it's going to go back to 0 and select the first player. Else it's just going to increase the number and select the next player. Very simple. And then we'll need a public void previous character, or you could call it last character, whatever you want. And what we'll do is if, same thing, select the character ID, -1 is less than 0, then we're going to go select character ID equals character cards dot length -1. -1 because if it's going to select length, it's going to try select, if the length is 3, it's going to select 3, but the array actually goes 0, 1, 2. So it'll try select something outside of array, give you an error, and everything will break. And then else, select character ID -1. Again, it's just going negative to go to the last character, and we'll have something there in a second too. And that will be right here, which is private void select. Oh no, select character. Very cool. Should be enter. And then in here, what we're doing is we're going to select character. Actually, no, we don't have to do that just yet. We're going to have something in there, but for now, we're leaving it empty. So we're going to go select character. Very cool. For now, we can just do this. Print selected character ID. Cool. So it'll print the number we're selecting here. We can actually just do this instead. So select characters. No, character ID, character cards. Select the character ID. So it'll print which one we have selected. Just to see what it is for now. And then we'll need a public void update UI. Cool. And in here, this one's going to be a little more tricky, and that'll be, we'll need a for loop, and we're going to go text objects dot length. This could be either of these. We're just gonna call it a text object. We can put them in separate. Let's just do them separate. Let's just do them separate so that we have it more clarified. And we'll need a public void update images, which will be the same thing, but this time we're going to go image objects dot length. Cool. And when we select character, we need to update both of these. So update text and update images. Cool. Again, you can just put both these in the same thing, but this is just to make sure we, get it right. Actually, to do that, we can just make an update UI. Take this for loop, so get rid of it, and just put it like so. Sorry about that. No, that's update UI. Cool. And yeah, there we go. Very simple. And in here, this is where it gets a little more tricky, but not too tricky. We're just going to do text objects I, so whichever number it is at the moment, dot get component, text mesh pro GUI. Of course, you'll need to import tmpro right here at the top, and then we go dot text equals our character cards, and this will be our select character ID, so the one we're selecting right now, and we'll do our what did we call it again? Our names. So names, and I. So we're setting the text, whatever is in the text, so the string, we are setting it to what we have stored in here. So if we're doing the first text object, which will be our character's name, it's going to select in the array our first object, which is I, which will be 0, and it'll change it to character card, select the character, which scriptable object we're on, and select the name in there. Very simple. I'm going to do the same with the images. We haven't done the images here yet. Again, you don't need to do this. This is just, I'm just going to do this for the tutorial. It's going to look a little goofy, but it's just to get it done. Again, you don't have to do it, but if you do have sprites, if you have things you're going to use, then this is how you do it. We'll need a public sprite. Oh, actually no, image, and again array, and we'll call it images. I'll need to import this. Oh, there we go. It'll be one of these. I can't remember. Actually, no, I don't think it's that one. I think it is this one. Using Unity Engine.ui elements. Otherwise, it is Unity Engine.ui. It's one of the two. We'll see. And then what we're going to do is the exact same thing. We're going to go image objects, I dot get component image. Cool. Which one do we select? We select this one. That should be it. So again, we're using Unity Engine.ui elements and dot image equals, and we'll just copy this a little bit right here. So dot images I. Very simply, it's doing the exact same thing. Something's wrong here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. I think I figured it out, but if I didn't, we're gonna have to come back and fix this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this right here, and I'm gonna import what we need, which, yes, it was the Unity Engine.ui.image, not the elements. And we changed the image to sprite. Cool. And we're gonna change this to sprites, even though it doesn't exist yet. Cool. So get component image dot sprite, calculate dot sprites, and we're gonna change this in here to sprites. And we're gonna change this, delete it, and import the right one, which will be, yeah, just Unity Engine.ui. That's what you need. Still getting an error, but I'll fix it. But yeah, that's what we need. And to fix it, we're simply just changing this from image to sprite. Very cool. So that's done for now. This is how our character selector works. And in here, we'll need to select character at the start. We don't necessarily have to, but yeah, it should just make sure things work. And let's head back into Unity and get started on these amazing, well, things. So in here, we'll have the sprites. I'm going to do mine quickly. I'm going to drag them in. It's going to be very simple. Again, set it to 4 and put your sprites in here for your select menu. Of course, I have my this right here, which I know it looks bad when I zoom in, but yeah, this is how mine's going to look. Just for the tutorial, I know it doesn't look great, and also pixel art doesn't just suit default Unity stuff, but yeah, I'll be back when that's done, and see you guys in a minute. And as you can see, I did them all. I dragged in all the sprites I'll need. Very cool. And now let's get into how this will actually work. So we're going to head to our character select menu with the play and menu. And in here, we're going to make a very small, well, big changes actually. We're going to go to our canvas. And for now, the left right button, we'll just have it like somewhere here in the front. I know it's going to look strange. This will just be temporary, so I hope it doesn't look too bad for you guys. We're going to create an empty object in here just to hold everything. Let's just call it whatever we want actually, just menu handler. Cool. Let's just say character select UI. Yeah, I think that's better. And in here we'll need 2 buttons. So we'll need a, well, first actually you need a character manager object. I'll just delete this one, make a new one. Character manager, so just empty game object, reset its position, drag it below the game manager, and drag a character manager onto here. Cool. And then on our canvas, again, we right click in the empty object, the character select UI. I'm going to create UI, and let's make the left button first. So button, let's just say preview, actually let's do it right first. So next character, cool. We're going to head into here, we're going to change the text so it's just maybe like so. So it's a right arrow. Again, I know this looks horrible, but It's just going to be temporary. We're going to change the width to 30, and now let's get a nice little spot for this. Let's put them like, there we go, right there. Let's say 34. It should say 35 and then minus 120. Cool, very nice. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to rename this to previous character. Cool. X position, we're just going to negative it. We're going to change the text so it's a left arrow instead. Amazing. And I think that looks swell. And then on the on click, we're going to plus right there, and we're going to drag in our character manager. Boop. And then in no function, we're going to select, hit into character manager, and in here we have next character. Boop. Which you call next next car. Just a character. Cool. Very cool. Head back into Unity. Sorry about that. Very small mistake. It's missing it, so again, change it to character and then next character. Cool. And then previous character, same thing. Press the plus sign, drag in your character manager, bop, no function, character manager, and then previous character. So these are just buttons. Very simple. And now we get into the rest of the UI. So let's make an image. Actually, let's do the text first. So let's call this name. Let's make sure we make this better. So character name. Very cool. We're gonna put these top right somewhere. For now, we're just gonna leave everything default. It's 255. No, 180 is too high. Actually, no, it's perfect. We can change the font a little bit. It's a little big. Let's see how big our play menu buttons are. So 18. Cool. Cool. Center out the character. 18. Nice. We're gonna Control D, and we're gonna call this character ability. Actually, in what order did we do these? Okay, yeah, so the ability is the second thing. Okay. Wait, double check. So Gunner, Rapid Fire, Uzi, Fire Up. Okay, cool. So ability is the first thing we see. We should probably make it the weapon, but we'll just make it the ability. So we have the character name, character ability, and the ability should obviously be plus on the x-axis. And then we're going to Control D again, and this will be the character weapon. Very cool. This will be negative on the x-axis again, and negative on the y-axis again. Very cool. And Control D again. And this one should be positive. And on the y-axis, they're actually wrong. They should be, oh wait, we need to change this to character passive. Cool. And on the y-axis, what looks good? That looks good. Minus 65. Cool. So there are our texts. We can take them all and make them blank, so we don't see anything. Actually, to simplify, we could just end the menu, have it like this: name, ability, weapon, passive. Cool. That's all our stuff. And now in our character manager, we're gonna lock it. We're gonna end these text objects. We're gonna make that 4. Cool, cool. We're gonna take this like so and drag. Oh, sorry about that. Let's change this back to 0s. And we select these again and drag them onto the text objects. Boom, done. Cool. We'll need image objects too. Let's unlock it for now. And now let's do these images. So we need UI image. I'm just gonna leave it not default. I don't know if I want to do character for that every time. Let's just say name image. Cool. Let's see what looks nice. There we go. That more or less looks good. Just make it 80 on the y-axis. Again, I know this looks horrible, but it's just temporary. Let's say 50. That's too small. Let's say 60 by 60. 60. This is not going to look good, but it is what it is. And then we're going to have our ability image. course, for your game, make it look good. This is just for a tutorial. Do not leave your stuff as bad as this is going to be. And then we'll need our weapon, image, sick. Again, negative on the y-axis, x-axis, sorry. And now let's see what looks good on the y-axis, more or less. Minus 160. Fancy stuff. Oh, that's 170. Fancy stuff. Hit it. Control D it. And then let's make it positive again. And this is the passive. So passive image. Cool. Head on to our character manager. Lock it. Take our images. Drag them in. Cool. Again, I'm not sure if all of this is just gonna straight up work. I'll fix it if it doesn't. It'll just be tiny mistakes. Let's get into it. So on a character manager, we're gonna lock it. Cool. And we have our 3 little characters. Drag them in right there. And cool. Hopefully this works. Very hopeful. Oh. Hey, it works. Cool. Just to show you, because a lot of this is wrong. It's not a good thing to say. So let's just make another image and call this white screen, whatever. Let's make the size the same as canvas. Let me unlock that first. So our canvas 800 by 6. Actually, it's 800 by 600. No. How big is it? Oh, 450. 450. Cool. And drag it above everything. There we go. And now if you hit play, you'll see there are things. Let's make some adjustments just to make it look okay. So firstly, our texts need to all be black. Black. Cool. Very nice. Let's change these buttons. Let's make them a grayish color. Nice. Let's take this. Where is our white screen? Let's just call it blank screen. Actually, we can just get rid of it and change the camera. Let's head on to our camera. Where is she? Camera. Oh, I'm blind. Let's just make it a... I know this looks horrible, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. And there we go. And let's hit play. Cool. So our character just needs a slight adjustment. So on our character image, where is it? Character image. Oh, sorry. No, name image. Let's change what this is called. This is the character image. Sorry. So on our character image, let's change this to maybe 80 on the... No, actually, 50 on the width, 70 on height. So play. Cool. So this is our menu screen. As you can see, we can select for our characters. So we got the gunner, here's the Uzi, rapid fire up, healer, heal, regen, pistol, cool. And then a tank, armor up, shotgun, defensive. Cool. So everything works as it should. We have this printing. Very sweet stuff, if you ask me. And in here, we're going to need to change some stuff. Not a lot, but we're going to make a small change. So we'll need another object, and this will hold this information. We can just drag it along, but let's instead make another object that'll store this info. So let's make a new script and call this character holder. Very cool. Give that a sec to load. And then we go back in here. So this is gonna store our info. So here we're gonna have a public character info, and that's a controller. Character info, selected character. Cool. And in our character manager, what we're gonna do is instead of print this, we're gonna go game object, dot find object of type character holder. No, that's the controller again. Same mistake. Character holder dot select a character equals equals our character cards. Select the character ID, and there we go. So instead of printing this, we're gonna give it to something, which is a character holder. And now we're doing something really fancy. So on start, we do don't destroy unload, game object. Very cool. This is going to stop this from destroying. So if you load into a next scene, it's going to stay there. I can show you this real quick. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be some issues, but we'll get into that in a second. So we're going to press play. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, we haven't actually made the object. Sorry about that. So empty object. Let's call it character holder. Reset its position, and let's put it above the... Yeah, actually, no, we leave this below the canvas. Chuck this character holder on there. Cool. Hit play. There we go. We can see it's holding our gunner. We swap it out. It's changing in between. So tank gunner. So let's just select the gunner. We hit play. Oh, we're in our playing scene. Cool. Let me just pause. And in here, you can see it's still there. Then destroy unload. Character holder. Now, you'll see the issue here is when we go to the menu, play character select, there's two of them. So, how do we tackle this issue? We don't want two character holders. There's no point. It'll mess things up. So, let's get into that. So what we'll do here is we'll have a for loop. So for, cool. And what we're basically going to do is we're going to check if there's any other objects that are in the list of don't destroy unload. And if any of them are this object, destroy it. See what I mean? Very easy. So what we're doing is for object, for game object, sorry, for game object, dot find objects of type, objects specifically, so we're going to make a list, don't destroy, oh, it doesn't work like that anymore. Give me one sec, let's do the rest of this, so dot length, so what we're doing is we're checking for any objects that don't destroy. We're going to make if statement in here. So if game object dot find object of type. This is just object, not objects. Don't. Oh, sorry about that. Don't destroy. Cool. Just ignore the errors for now. I is not equal to this. We could just say game object instead of this. Then another if statement. And yeah, let's just store this. Go. Dot name equals game object dot name. Oh, sorry. Lowercase game object dot name. So if the object has the same name as this object, what are we going to do? We're going to destroy this object. This one specifically. So when you load into another scene and you load back, the original one will still be there, and the new one that was made when the new scene was made will destroy itself. So we don't lose the information that was stored. Now let me just fix this quickly and we can get into the rest of the video. Sorry about that. I made a really dumb mistake. Character holder. Sorry, we're doing the object we are searching for. You can't just do things that don't destroy. Man, I'm making so many errors. Give me 1 second. I'm making very big errors today. I realize I've made a big mistake here with how we are doing this, and I'm going to do this a much simpler way. And you will see what we're going to do. It is we'll say game object. Oh, sorry, game object. An array. Let's just say object. You can call this whatever you want. Holders, whatever. Equals game object. Find object of type. We're gonna do with tag. So I normally don't do this, but we're gonna do with tag. And let's just call it holders. Cool. And then we're gonna go if object.length is greater than 1. So if there's more than one object, then destroy this game object. Else, and then here we're gonna do this. Cool. Very simple. Very simple. So it's gonna check if there's another one. If there isn't, destroy itself. Very cool. Again, all it's doing is it's making an array, and we're going to change this to awake so it all happens before anything else, just to make sure. And it is going to look. If there's nothing else of the same tag, then don't destroy and load this game object. And if there is anything else, it's going to destroy this one so there isn't multiple. And then we're going to go on a character holder and we're going to change this. We're going to give it a tag and we're going to call it holder. Save. So on our character holder, change it to holder. Cool. And we hit play. You see we have our character holder. We hit play, menu. You see it's still there. Click menu, still there. Character select. Just one. So it is not multiple. Very simple. So now when we press play, we have the info right here. So what do we do? On our game manager this time, we are going to do game manager, game manager, game manager. There it is. And the game manager is going to store our character. So, oh, actually, we could just do it on this character holder. Oh wait, no, we're doing this next video. I just wanted to get this on this video. I so sorry. Sorry for dragging this out for so long. I know it was a very grueling and long journey, this episode, but it had to be done. I could have maybe done it a little bit shorter. Sorry for the mistakes. And yeah, we have a actual menu select for characters. Next video we'll get into how we're going to implement this. Like we haven't even done the abilities or the passives. Yeah, we'll get into that in the next video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to show our progress now. And yeah, have a nice day, everyone. So in today's video, we made a character selection screen. It looks horrible, but this is just placeholder. It's just to show you how you can do it. So as you can see, we have the name, we have the ability, we have the passive, and we have the weapon. And the images also change corresponding to what it is. We have the Uzi, fire up, and the rapid fire, which is syringe, and our gun right there. Next one, we have our healer, heal ability, pistol, regen, same thing, so on and so forth. And it doesn't do anything yet when we press play, and next episode will do that. But as you can see, if we actually play in focus and we click play, you'll see we have this, that destroy unload, characters, the character holder, and it stores what character we have. So the gunner. Very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.